What are we to do now? Well, let's see. First thing is, we've trained ourselves. Shh. Hold up. Did you hear that, Data? I'm afraid not, dear. Come on this way. I'll get Strange Finland. Lead the way. What are we doing here, Robot Arm? Make a move. I'm in a hostile environment. What? What is it? You want me to open this door? Be honest, Robot Arm. Is this going to kill me? That's not a definitive answer. Fuck it. Hello? Am I supposed to follow you? Hello? Thanks for the hand, David. Holy shit. This show is brought to you by BetterHelp. Over 6 million men in the United States suffer from depression every year. Many never seek help because society teaches men to tough it out. But here's the truth. Real strength isn't about carrying the weight. I've learned firsthand that therapy isn't just for crisis moments. It's a powerful tool for developing better coping skills, setting healthier boundaries, and becoming more present in your relationships. It helps you become the protagonist of your own story. BetterHelp has made therapy more accessible. Join a session with just a click, and if the connection isn't right, you can switch therapists anytime. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Talk it out with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/burger. That's betterhelp.com/burger.
Hey, Fidelity. What's it cost to invest with the Fidelity app? Start with as little as $1 with no account fees or trade commissions on U.S. stocks and ETFs. That's music to my ears. I can only talk.
Investment offers include risk loss, zero guarantees upon retail market chance, while selling versus the company, with a number of ETFs or something, your transaction-based service fee of real policy, full list of Fidelity, percentage insurance, Fidelity brokerage services policy, FDIC, and CDC.
For the occasion, FLS Holdings is right this way. Because Hilton brings you new ways to stay, courtesy of the Nomad London. And it doesn't stop at award-winning dining in a space draped in velvet and illuminated by vintage chandeliers. No, this day goes beyond with unparalleled personalized service and attentive hospitality. Oh, and did we mention the Nomad London can be booked using your Hilton Honors points at Hilton.com? Hilton, for this day.
Dear? Yes, dear. Your whistling is not making us appear as nonchalant as you may think, is it? No, dear. Not in the ear of a man who's whistling, I say. Hush up. What they're doing was around the corner. They look like they're parts. What should we do about it? Well, I'm going to loiter my way up to them and act like I own the place. Very well. Follow my lead, husband. Hello, new gents. We're here to relieve you of your duty sin. Yes, hate that way. Bit of a change to the old duty roster. Looks like you made out well. Your ship is kind of like that shorter. So, as I would say. Okay. Let's go, Jonesy. Sounds good to me. Anything we need to know? Need to know. You can't be on that board until someone thinks you really, like officers. Again, then, has to be the best reward. Feel the host. Yes, indeed. All sorts of love. Ain't that a thing? Said, what was it? Put you in a box. Shouldn't you do? Keep it safe. Cheers. It's like a crystal ball. Sure, all these luminous globes give you an idea of the radius of it. You bring me here, and time is of the essence. You want to give me some sort of a sign? You don't even know if I can ask any more technical, Lord. Let's put things in line. And hydrogen as well, dear. No, you're right. Hey, what is happening? Who? Your name? What? First time? What? Me? You haven't met yourself yet? No. How long have you been doing this? I don't know. A few weeks? Oh, damn. And you ended up here? Yeah, sorry about that. I gotta have a lot more fun before I hit the dark shit. How did you get here? Okay, we can do the catching up to speed thing while we're escaping. Fine. We had a good group for a while. Dane and Deb were a married couple who ran the place. Vincent was an appliance repair guy. He kept all the video games running. Then there was Jean-Luc Gabot. He was crazy. He was this Quebecois separatist, really good at blowing shit up. Came in handy sometimes, but that was his solution to everything, you know. David, I make fun of them. What happened to them? Clementine. We were on the trail of this. I still don't know how to describe her. She could do anything, and she really hated that we kept tracking her down. Eventually, she made us all a deal. She could give us whatever we wanted, as long as we left. Dane and Deb were ready to pack it in. They got an alpaca farm. Vincent wanted to go back to something called the Taiwan Miracle, and Jean-Luc finally got to see his dream of a free and independent Quebec. Why didn't you take a deal? Hear me. Would you? No. Besides, Natalie told me all about her. I knew what she was about. I mean, her story was different from the story Dad told me, but it was the same vibe. It was down to just me, and we just talked and talked and talked, and eventually she gave it to me. Then these guys, no, again, you've been here before? Part of the gang. Nothing ever repeats, but it does look pretty damn familiar. I'm so confused. If you got on board the diner, in an arcade. David? Effie? David? Zebulon? What the hell is this? It's the Mufflewaits. Who? The Mufflewaits. What are you talking about? You didn't meet the Mufflewaits? So when I say I don't know what you're talking about, there's a radio on the counter. There are two people inside it. They can inhabit different things. Nope. Well, here's a why do you have a glowing spear? Clear on that one, David. Whatever. Explain later. Let's go. I can't fucking take this anymore.
Stick with the plan. So tell me, Dad, what's this going to look like? This perfect universe of yours? Sounds kind of boring if you ask me.
I'm afraid that to describe a universe that is outside the reach of time and space is nearly impossible for one such as you, Peter.
Right. Boring. Why couldn't I see you? I've been blaming myself for not knowing you were there. I could see everything else coming, but not you.
No need to blame yourself. It is not simply my intelligence that obscure me from your vision. I've taken many precautions such a word was not disturbed. That's why I've gone to such pains to eliminate your friends and their insufferable minor. Always, in my endeavors, there were these constructs, stumbling haphazardly into thwarting me.
We're not stumbling haphazardly. You don't think we do this for a reason?
I know of your reasons. I do not care about your reasons. I care about mine. You seem to think of yourselves as helpers, as snacksons. Allow me to pose this question. Is it helpful to earn more from the reeds of the river if all that awaits is a waterfall? All these people you claim to be helping, they are all headed for darkness. Not all of you exhausted. The rise and fall of empire, the ebb and flow of disease, the interruption of powers from the serpent. Now we've all felt it. Please. Oh God, another year. What if you're doing it to yourselves? What if the decay of all things is not an immutable law? What if, my friends, we make the world? It all sounds fascinating till I remember that you're torturing an entire galaxy. Yes. There is that. Unfortunate. Just heaven help, I'm afraid. Can I not sacrifice one galaxy to save countless others?
I feel saved. Anyone else here feel saved? What is the saving stuff? That sounds nice.
Patience, Gloria.
Your whole plan hinges on you being right. Are you right? Are you sure? History's full of people apologizing for their solution to society's ills. They all say they're right at first.
I believe I am a bit different, Gloria.
They all say that too. Everything hinges on you being right. And if you're wrong, you've created trillions of souls only to torture them. They will not be open to hearing your apology.
I will be thanked. In the end.
In the end? In the end? Waited on tables for...
Are you being serious?
I've done it my whole life. It's interesting waiting tables. It's psychologically very interesting. People are nice, generally speaking, but for some reason when you sit them down at a table in a restaurant, this thing takes over because they suddenly have a little power now, right? Now they can decide whether or not you get a good tip. They suddenly sit in judgment of your performance. You give them a little bit of power, and that's when they start to have ideas. Why is she doing that? Why did she do that? Can you believe the service in this place? Lots of ideas. And the ideas, of course, come mostly from people who have never waited a table in their life. I've spent a lot of time in my life having to deal with people who have power over me. And they always have lots of ideas. And you know what I don't think I can take any more of? People and their fucking ideas. I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of it. It's just a battlefield of ideas out there, and you know what? I don't think I've ever had an idea in my life. I just helped people. I brought them some food or a cup of coffee and moved on to the next table. And then along come the people with the power and ideas, and all they do is make my life harder. Someone as powerful as you, do you have any idea how much unmitigated joy you could create if you stopped having ideas and just helped people? I'm so sick of it. You're holding 3 children hostage. Release the children and let's get on with this.
Anything else, Gloria?
Your chicken was dry. Let's go, everyone. We need to say some goodbyes.
So they live in your radio, but they also leave the radio and live inside other stuff? Yeah, it's like a poltergeist possession movie, but nice. It's nothing like that in here? No. I do feel like Donkey Kong Jr. is talking to me sometimes, but that may be my imagination. So what are you going to do? I've got a good hiding spot in the back room. I'll wait there, and eventually this place will light up. As long as there's someone inside, it'll start working. Then what? Then it's the next place, and the next. Some people will stay, some will go. That's the life. That's life. I've got to ask about the arm. Oh, yeah. You know, they've told me to stay out of the Justine Burbank system. Yeah, but so, if you got on board the diner, how did you end up here? It was time to move on. If you've been here before, can you tell me how to get out of this? I could, but remember, it never repeats itself. I know this looks pretty bleak. I'm standing here. I'm alone. I've got a junky robot. Remember that dude who owned the comic book shop? Gregory, the god of chaos. He paid us $100 to clear out his storage space and load up a U-Haul. I remember we were running out of couch surfing options at the moment, so what did we do? We made a copy of his key and slept in his storage space for 2 months. Then along came Kevin. Kevin, sweet guy, way too much Broadway memorabilia. He was worth when we first went over to his house because he slept on a mattress. No spring. But we didn't care because we had been sleeping in a storage space for 2 months. He told me this. I know it's a silly little story, but we survive because of the things we've survived. Do you want to know how you get out of this? I'm sorry, David. You don't. But you'll survive. Every bullet makes you more bulletproof. I don't know when this thing's going to take off. I'd hate to scoop you up on accident. Alright. I mean, you can come along if you want. I don't know. 2 of us? It's bad for the brand. It's bad for the brand. Good luck, David. You too, David. Y'all? David, hurry. Behind the topiary, David. Is it weird that I like the funny voices on YouTube? David, you can take that shit and put it in the David, we believe it's time to extricate ourselves from these odd gods. Okay. Take the sphere. Get out. Holding sphere. Forward. That ain't much, at least. I guess he hides out in there until the thing takes off. Yeah? David, I imagine that was my to see you in the flesh. What are we doing? I'm standing here with a glowing... This is probably a piece of sporting equipment. They probably throw this through a hoop or something. David, I'm thinking maybe you maybe I did. I can't believe this is their plan. It's not even a plan, it's just... I don't even know what to call it. David, they are, like so many people out there in that ocean of existence, just trying to wring a drop of the possible, the impossible. Such an act can lead one to some very odd places, such as the place we find ourselves now. I know you were just trying to... When feel like we were just getting started.
Not now, David.
The sister ship is coming in for a landing. I guess this is it.
How are you three? Okay, listen. Do you see that sweet big ship all the way over there? That big ship, isn't that fun? And they have a special room picked out just for you. Can you help me move towards it? Come here, you little shit. Who wants to piggyback?
That's lovely. It warms the heart, does it not?
You killed her sister.